Hi, thank you for joining us on our program today. It's the 5th of December as we whip around Thailand checking out some of the main news stories. Thought we'd do it outside today. The sun's trying to break through. It was very sort of misty and smoggy yesterday. Certainly a lot better today, but not much wind to blow any of the smog away. I think Bangkok is still suffering. Now, some stories about foreigners behaving badly. But first, we did the story about the snake swimming off Kata Beach in Phuket. Now, I suppose all I could say to that is, you call that a snake? Because check out this snake, and this is posted on the Bangkok Post Facebook page. That is a very big snake indeed. We'll get a bit of perspective in a moment as they pull out, but it looks like a very large reticulated python. Like very large indeed. It looks like it's foraging for some food in the flooded waters. This is in southern Thailand, exactly where I don't know. It might be Pattaya or Yala, but a very big snake. Sort of puts that little snake off Kata Beach to shame. Okay, a serious story now as we head to Pattaya. And we'll check out a couple of different reports so we can get some different perspectives. This is from Cowside English. British national arrested in Thailand following child abuse investigation. And a 28-year-old British man's been arrested in Chonburi province. He's been identified as Mr. Luke, and he was apprehended yesterday in Naklua, Banglamung district. And according to investigators, the victim was a 6-year-old girl whose mother had been in a relationship with the suspect for approximately 2 years. The mother, identified only as Ms. B, aged 25, was reportedly shocked upon seeing evidence of the abuse and immediately filed charges against the suspect. In response to the case, Thailand CIB has issued a warning to Thai women who meet foreign partners through online platforms, specifically cautioning about the risks of pedophilia, a psychiatric disorder characterised by sexual attraction to prepubescent children. The Cowside English report says the man faces multiple serious charges, including sexual assault of a minor under 13 years of age and rape by use of threats or force against a person unable to resist. We're heading to Bangkok Post for some slightly different perspectives. Their headline, Brit arrested for alleged rape of a 6-year-old stepdaughter. The arrest came after the United Kingdom's National Crime Agency had coordinated with the ATPD to investigate a video posted on social media by Mr. Luke that showed the sexual abuse of a Thai child. And they found out the abuse victim was the daughter of a Thai woman who had been romantically involved with Mr. Luke for 2 years. A shocking story, but of course the man charged does deserve his day in court. We will follow that through as we hear more. We now head down to Hua Hin, and published in huahintoday.com, bars raided on Soi 80 in Hua Hin, underage workers found. Authorities have arrested 2 bar owners in Hua Hin on charges related to human trafficking, following a police operation targeting establishments accused of exploiting minors for sexual services. The suspects have been identified as a 53-year-old and 50-year-old. Investigations conducted by the AHTD in early October uncovered evidence of minors being exploited for prostitution at both bars. October, November, December, that's 2 months to take some action. According to the police, the bars primarily catered to foreign tourists and were involved in recruiting and transporting minors aged between 15 and 18 for sexual services. Undercover officers posing as tourists confirmed that minors were being offered for sexual services at both establishments. And 5 to 6 workers were found at Exotic, including 2 minors under the age of 18. At Full House Bar, 13 employees were identified, with 1 confirmed minor among them. And police said both suspects had confessed to the charges during police questioning. 2 stories we could certainly do without here in Thailand. Acknowledging Five Star Marine and Beach House Thailand. Now, in both cases, fairly heavily booked over the next couple of months, but certainly Sean and the team would be very happy to see you out on Phang Bay, maybe after February when the bookings start to open up again. And you can go to the websites below and check out the opportunities for bookings. Now we're heading to Koh Chang, which is sort of south of Pattaya, just off the Rayong coast. And fire guts ghost ship hotel on Koh Chang. A fire severely damaged the abandoned ghost ship hotel in Koh Chang. This happened on Tuesday. Apparently it's a popular photo spot for tourists located in Ban Bang Bao. More than 50 firefighters from nearby areas responded, arriving with fire engines to battle the flames, and the fire reportedly started on the first floor at the back of the building and spread to the fifth floor at the front. Now, the guttered abandoned ghost ship hotel in Koh Chang. Does anybody know any history about that particular hotel? Would have been quite interesting. Looked very, very high. I'm not exactly sure if I'd like to be on it during a storm, but if you do know anything about that old abandoned ghost ship hotel, we'd love to hear it. As we head back to Pattaya now, naked Australian man arrested after bizarre rampage, property damage and arson in Pattaya. And an Australian man was arrested after a dramatic incident in which he ran naked, set fire to his house and smashed vehicles in a luxury village in Nong Pru near Pattaya. The police received a report of a foreigner in a state of madness threatening to destroy property and set his house on fire. And it occurred in a luxury village in East Pattaya. When they arrived, they found a black Ford Everest and a blue and white Honda Click motorcycle damaged in front of the house, and the suspect, identified as 38-year-old Mr. Andrew, an Australian national, was allegedly completely naked and acting erratically. Well, later on they confirmed that he was naked, so no allegedly naked about it. Then he allegedly threatened the police, "If you come near me, I'll set fire to my house." Mr. Andrew ran into the house, causing a commotion. Shortly after, flames and smoke were seen billowing from the house. And as the fire truck arrived, Mr. Andrew emerged from the house. Police charged at him, resulting in a struggle as he resisted arrest. Eventually, they subdued him and transported him to Banglamung Hospital for treatment of cuts and burns. Ms. A neighbour, said Mr. Andrew and his Thai wife and 2 children had rented the house for about 5 to 6 months, and she noted that Mr. Andrew had depression and bipolar disorder and would often become violent when off his medication. And CCTV footage captured the sequence of events, showing Mr. Andrew naked and using a steel grate to damage the vehicles before the fire broke out. So chaos abounds around Thailand today. We should also acknowledge that it is the former king, Rama IX, King Bhumibol Adulyadej. It is a very special day for Thais. It's his birth date, the 5th of December, commemorated around Thailand. But it's certainly a day where Thais do reflect on their long-living king, a much-loved man who did a lot for his country over his years on the throne. And with that, I thank you for watching today. Please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you're a bit more up to date with things happening around the country, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.